NAFTA has left working-class people behind in all three nations. Canadian workers lost their jobs, American workers lost their jobs, Mexican workers got the work, but they never got any sort of compensation.
One of the things that our members can take heart in is that their union has been making sure that trade protects Canadian jobs from the very beginning.
Pas vrai qu'on va renouveler une entente qui va faire en sorte qu'on va s'appauvrir, que les travailleurs vont tirer vers le bas avec une économie globalisée.
We need to take this opportunity to set a stage that includes workers' issues, that raises up the standard of living for everybody, for Mexico, for the U.S., for all workers.
We've done some really important work on the issue of paid domestic violence leave. In fact, Unifor Women in Manitoba helped lead the path forward on getting the first paid domestic violence leave at a provincial government level.
We're able to show that, we could already achieve that as a union to support survivors, but now you need to legislate it. We were able to finally get that, so all Ontarians can benefit.
We demanded it in New Brunswick. We got it in New Brunswick. PEI, we have achieved paid leave there as well.
When I look at the billboard, it does make me feel very proud of the union that I'm a part of, to know that they're willing to run this campaign and to keep pushing.
Our members have always been absolutely terrific at supporting each other when we go into a labor dispute, and we've been able to do that in Port Arthur, up in Thunder Bay, in Windsor, at the Caesars Casino, at the Cami plant.
We look at DJ Composites. These members out there in Newfoundland, they're a model for everyone. We've got, Delastic that lasted a very long time.
Pour les travailleurs, le courage qu'ils ont eu là-dedans, là, c'est passé un Noël, un deuxième Noël, un troisième Noël, là. Mais ils sont fiers d'être rentrés et d'avoir réussi à faire reculer cet employeur-là.
And what we see here in Port Arthur is they're largely precarious work, they're largely women, and they need to be recognized for the value that we provide in that.
These strikes define who we are as an organization. We're an organization that doesn't give up. We're an organization that's not afraid to fight.
The voice on trade for workers has been Unifor. And with respect to the latest tariffs in the forest sector, we had a video that told the story.
With a 32% hit, it wouldn't be very long before they'd have to shut the doors on the mill and this, nobody's going to stay in business losing money.
The mill will close. If somebody doesn't do something, not in August, not in September, if somebody doesn't start speaking up now, we're done.
What we really want is for this industry to be successful and for our members not to have to go through a transition process, but to be able to stay where they're working and where they're living and raising their families in their communities.
Those billboards came as a result of Unifor asking the membership what they needed and what would make things better for everybody. Yeah, it makes you, proud.
People just started Facebooking me and they were like, "You're on a billboard." It makes me happy, it makes me proud.
And now we have another 2,000 members working in long-term care. Working people are feeling like they're making gains again, and we don't want that progress to stop.
Avec les années chez CMC Électronique, il pourra y avoir plus de travailleurs sous un nouveau régime de retraite, ce qui fait que ça pourrait créer un balancier. Fait que les travailleurs se sont battus pour protéger leur régime de retraite puis celui des générations futures. On a une loi au Québec qui interdit ces disparités-là, sauf que les régimes de retraite et d'assurance n'étant pas couverts. Donc, on est très fiers du résultat. Cette loi-là vient corriger cette lacune-là. Malgré qu'on a accueilli d'un très bon œil le projet de loi 176, je ne pourrais pas dire qu'il est parfait. Loin de là. Éventuellement, l'objectif, c'est vraiment de rendre la loi applicable mais rétroactive pour corriger cette situation-là à des milliers de travailleurs. Mais le nouveau contrat modèle, c'est pour l'ensemble du secteur de la foresterie.
Dans les pâtes et papiers, on avait des coupures. Fait que là, on est comme parti sur l'autre base, on peut plus dire. Là. Fait que c'est encourageant. Là, quand tu as des augmentations de salaire puis tu améliores tes conditions, c'est encourageant. Là. Le fait qu'on ait négocié en groupe, on est plus fort que si on avait négocié tout seul.
Chaque élection est une occasion de changer quelque chose dans nos vies de travailleurs et dans notre vie dans la société. Si nous arrivons, nous en tant qu'Unifor, l'un des plus grands syndicats, à mobiliser nos membres, c'est clair là-dedans que nous aurons un impact.
Le poids d'un syndicat dans une élection, c'est d'abord d'aller voir tous les membres dans les milieux de travail puis les sensibiliser sur l'importance d'abord d'aller voter.
sur les enjeux, puis on ne décide pas à leur place. C'est eux qui vont choisir, mais il faut qu'ils aient accès à l'information.
One of our largest bargaining units under our telecom sector went into bargaining this year, and the bargaining committee made tremendous gains. We had launched a campaign, Bell It's Time. Our members did a phenomenal job. They were very much engaged in the bargaining process, and I think the employers saw it, felt it, and it certainly made a difference. I'm very proud of the work that Unifor in Ontario has done around Bill 148. We saw tremendous gains come through. One of the biggest was the minimum wage from $11.60 to what now will be $14, and hopefully will continue on to $15. Right to the end, all the rallies, all the protests, all of the lobbying efforts.
Whether it's been the Women's March, fighting for equality for women, demonstrations on the 15 for fairness, trade, human rights, standing up against racism, up to the most recent Ontario election.
Results that we were expecting was definitely not what we saw here. However, we did do a lot of good inroads.
We did a member-to-member campaign where we participated in going door to door, talking about the importance of this election and what it means to workers.
We absolutely made a difference. There were quite a few progressives that were elected.
For me, just seeing a lot of female candidates and people of color candidates says to me, okay, you know what, the tide is changing.
Our members in Saskatchewan have a huge victory this year to celebrate. We were able to force a Conservative government to repeal legislation that enabled them to privatize Crown corporations.
I think Unifor has done an incredible job in Saskatchewan, and I hope to carry the knowledge and the stuff they learned and make it a Manitoba-based campaign to make sure that the current government is either out of power, which would be great, or in minimum not able to privatize hydro.
There is a rail line that runs from Winnipeg up to Churchill. It was washed out. Our members in the rail sector took up the call by communities to support them and the Manitoba NDP, and they won. Our members are thrilled, but we're not stopping until the rail line is up and running again.
I never, ever would have dreamed that Donald Trump would be affecting my livelihood. These tariffs are not only going to shut down these mills, but they're also going to shut down these communities.
We're ready to fight. We're looking for full retribution from the Canadian government on these tariffs to ensure our members and their communities are protected. In the West, we understand the importance of the energy sector and what it means for good jobs in our communities.
Now we're rapidly adopting a policy of rip it and ship it, which isn't good for Canadian jobs, it's not good for the economy, and it's not good for the consumer. Unifor believes that we can achieve an expanded oil industry in a way that respects environmental concerns, that meets climate target goals.
It's not just about extraction of resources or battling climate change or respect for First Nation. Our members are working hard to ensure that all of those issues are addressed in the way that benefits our communities and workers right across Canada in the best way possible.
Unifor has now organized more than 20,000 members in our almost 5 years of existence. That's due in part to the number of issues that we're also taking on. To those that have joined Unifor, I just want to say welcome. You're joining a dynamic organization. I look forward to standing arm in arm with you in the struggles of the future.
The conversation today in Canada is about working class people. We're talking about things that have a direct impact on people across the country. And Unifor is right in the middle of the debate. So that's what I'm so proud of, is what we have already accomplished, but more importantly, what it is we're going to accomplish in the future.